Topic that we are going to talk will be the concept of fast formulas in the system. Okay. So fast formula, if anyone asks me, it is a technical or if it is a functional, I rather say it as a functional only team, because in real time working environment, if you see, the functional consultants will only be taking care of the fast formulas also. I mean, it depends actually. If a functional consultant is not well versed with the fast formula concept, then that can be leveraged to the technical person to handle. But in and large, or it's better to learn the fast formula also if you are working as a functional consultant team. Because at times the companies expect a functional person only to take care of that, though a little bit of technicality involved in that. But it's not that high level of technicality involved with team. You can able to learn that if you could concentrate on the things that happening in the fast formula structure, everything team. But yes, again, it all depends upon the project you are working, how your team is. Usually you can leverage the things to the technical person who is well versed with the fast formula concept. The requirement you will collect all the functional side configurations that what we have to do at the elements, payroll, everything. Any calculational sites that which we cannot achieve with the direct requirement in the system, then obviously you have to rely upon the fast formula help team. So what is this concept of fast formula? Let me just give you a brief intro about that today, team. Rest of the part we can take in next session. See, the concept of fast formula in the Fusion system is not only restricted for payroll. Okay. Okay, let me go to tab here. Fast formula. Okay. The concept of fast formula is not only restricted for payroll module in the system. No, we will be seeing this concept of fast formula in payroll, in absence, in compensation, in benefits, in OTL, and even in some parts of scheduled processes also, team. Whenever we running any scheduled process in the system, to have the population filter setting up, we have person selection rule, something where you can use the formula. There also we are going to use. Across different modules, this particular concept usability is there. But what are these fast formulas? Why these are required in the system? Can't we configure our client requirement in every module without using them? It all depends upon the requirement complexity that we receiving team. Okay. Basically, the concept of fast formula in the Fusion application is there in order to maintain certain calculations or logics or certain validations. Okay, we have the concept of fast formula thing. The main purpose of the fast formula in the Fusion application is for this one. In order to maintain certain calculations or logics or validations in the system, we will be using this concept of fast formula. So this concept of fast formula will be used across different modules. It will be used in payroll. Okay. It will be used in absence management. Let me make it bit. Okay, in absence management. Okay, it will be used in compensation, then benefits, then OTL. Okay, then couple of other modules also. Okay, some of them I'm naming here. Across different modules, this concept of fast formula we are going to see across team. In payroll, if you see, within the payroll also, we have several places where we are going to use the fast formula. Same with absence management team. Within fast formula, we have different types team. We have close to 120 plus types of fast formula available in the Fusion system. How many types? 120 plus types of fast formulas that are available in the Fusion application team across different modules. So first of all, whenever you are going to work on the fast formula, first of all, you have to understand where we require the fast formula help. For which business object we have to use the fast formula. In payroll team, for example, if I have to tell our elements, whenever the elements that are creating in the system, okay, for the elements processing rule, okay, nothing but whenever we create an element in the system, it might be earning, deduction, whatever it is, team. Along with the element, how the input values are generated depending upon the calculation rule that we are selecting. Okay, we have flat amount, percentage of earnings, or hours into rate, like that thing. But when we tagging that element to the employee in the front end, in the amount field or in the percentage field, we are giving some values. But when I run the payroll, how that value is getting processed by the element, where that logic kept in the system, like if the calculation rule is flat amount, in the amount field, whatever the value the HR feed, that has to be processed in the payroll run, where that logic embedded in the element, but every element in the system, along with the input values, whenever we creating the element, the associated element fast formula will also get created, team. In that fast formula, that logic will be maintained. So at any point of time, your client coming up with a different requirement, which we cannot achieve directly, means it's not about flat amount or it's not about percentage of earnings. They're telling Kumar, I have a component called transport allowance. Let's suppose people who are from sales department, I require the transport allowance for them fixed $300. Or if people from marketing and advertising department, I want $700 per month. Or if people from HR department and finance department, I want to give only 200 USD per month. That is fixed rate I have, depending upon the department in which employee working. How can I do that? See, same element, transport allowance, the element I created. Eligibility, all people are on the same payroll. But the calculation rule is what? For each employee, whoever with respect to their department, they have a specific component to pay. Can I achieve directly? If I give a flat amount, it's a HR burden. HR have to manually tag that elements and they have to capture the value at each of the level. They have to maintain the manual list. For sales department people, when they're tagging the element, they will give 700. If they want to handle in that way, happy. We don't need to bother about fast formula. Standardly, we create the element with flat amount rule. Then the amount input value will come. Directly, HRs will take care of that. When they are hiring the employee, manually, they will add the element and they will capture. If they are okay to that, okay. But my client is telling, I want automated usability of the element. My HRs will not take care of all these things. When I hire an employee, you have the automatic option, correct? At the element level, when you are creating the element, as per the eligibility, element entry should automatically trigger. As per their department, when the element you process for the month, the rate is $200 to process. How can I do? Where I have to maintain? If the employee is from sales, this is the pay rate. If the employee is from some other department, this is the rate. How? Then I require the fast formula amendment. Means what, team? Whatever the element you created, the associated fast formula with that basic rule, it will generate flat amount rule. I have to go edit that fast formula and I have to implement my own logic. I cannot achieve my requirement with the standard functionality that Oracle giving, the flat amount rule. I can achieve if client is okay to handle manually the things, but they are telling we don't want to maintain manually. I want something system should take care. I want to give the rates to the employee. That's all. It should auto calculate. Then we have to work on fast formulas team. Like that, not only in payroll, across module for several calculations and several validations to maintain the concept of fast formula we have team. So I will conclude here because the other batch people joining in the same meeting link. The rest of the topic we will continue in tomorrow's session team. We also have the session tomorrow. Please join tomorrow also team. We'll have 1 hour session 7 to 8. Okay. Now let me go to the questions quickly. Employees who are eligible for housing allowance, does HR need to add the element for this? The question that which I just answered, Kaushik. I mean, we have two options. Basically, when you're creating an element, Automatic flag, if you have not enabled, then obviously manually HR have to tag the element. But let's say at the element level, automatic option you enable, and at the input level, you have defaulted some value with that one. Then right, whenever you're hiring, automatically the element entry will be created with effect to the hire date. And also whatever the default value at the input amount you are feeding, that entries will be created to the employee. Automatic also you can tag. Then Dhanashree, what are day-to-day or monthly activities of payroll person? See, these are the things, not day-to-day, I can say rather, but every month before we processing, these are the activities. Pre-payroll things that which we have to be taking care. That's all. Okay. Okay, team. Let me conclude here for today. Let's join back tomorrow and we'll continue with the topic, team. Thank you, everyone.